Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Can y'all hear me? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Tap in. What's up? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? How are you all doing, bro? Let me just get some more people in here. We're gonna start in a few minutes. Settle down. Get your coffee. Do what you gotta do. Yes, sir. We're early. We're hella early. Super excited to be here with y'all to continue the road to glory. Super, super hyped. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Got me a little protein shake. Start the morning. We had a good stretch in the morning. Ah, woke up a little tense, but feeling a lot better now. Um, we're gonna start in a few minutes. Trying to get some more people in here. We are at work with it, but getting to it. Yes, sir. That reflects on how bad you want it, bro. We're live on Instagram as well, just to get some people on the YouTube live. What's up? What's up with y'all? Let me see. What's good, my people from Insta? Join YouTube. We are live, looking at the charts. Join YouTube. Join YouTube. What's up? What's up, Avi? What's up, brother? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see. Bear with me, guys. We're gonna start at 8:20. Yo, what's up? What's up? Join YouTube. We're live on YouTube. Let me see. Let me just take a look. Quick scope of the market. There's a little disclaimer on the stream's description. I'm gonna display it here on stream as well before I start yapping about anything. Please give it a read. I'm not a financial advisor. I just wanted to say that. Pull up, Miles. Pull up. This is just for entertainment purposes. This road to glory. Follow at your own risk. Please, please don't full port any of the trades I do. I'm on a win streak right now. That doesn't mean I'm gonna win my next trade. Please thread carefully. Anything could happen in the markets. They're so unpredictable. You have the disclaimer in the description as well. Just wanted to point that out. Five more minutes before we get started. Marking out the charts. Remember, we only trade in the macros, so we start trading at 9:45. But we could start putting some makeup on the charts. So if any beginners are here, this is the book I recommend that y'all should start reading immediately. Pick it up immediately. Get a PDF. Do whatever you gotta do. Watch some videos. Find this guy on YouTube as well. He gives a lot of good talks about psychology. Um, he has helped me tremendously and to reach the discipline I'm reaching these days. Y'all better pick up that book. My goal with this, Bon dia, Rodrigo, my guy. What's up, brother? My goal with this stream and everything is for y'all to be independent in the sense that y'all don't need me in the future. Y'all don't need to follow my streams anymore because y'all can trade by yourselves. That is my goal. So I'm trying to implement those good habits into y'all. Hopefully, I can make an impact in that way. But another thing I wanted to say is that, bro, strategy wise, anything works, brother. Anything works. Indicators, fucking support and resistance, ICT, supply and demand, whatever it is you trade, bro. Trend lines, whatever it is you trade, works. And that's not even the hard part of trading, all right? Risk management and psychology are the things y'all need to master, bro. Here in the charts, don't worry about this, bro. This is 10% of the work. 90% comes from psychology and risk management. So after you understand the strategy, quickly flip the page and get into knowing yourself, your mental psychology, and watch some risk management videos because it's simple math how you could get an edge in trading, bro. It's not the next indicator, it's not the next strategy. Risk management and psychology. The sooner y'all realize this, the sooner y'all gonna make money off this. Because that's the goal at the end. To make money. 2 more minutes so we can get started on the charts. Trying to get some more people in here so nobody misses out. We had an 8:20 curfew. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So right here, y'all can't see, but on the right side, I have ES. Always have ES on the side. I'm trading NQ. You can see here, M and NQ. Have ES on the side. Always. Couple more minutes before we get started. Couple more minutes. Trying to get some more people in here. There's still people joining the live on Instagram. Trying to bring them to YouTube. Just making sure nobody misses out. Because we're going to start dropping some game in a minute here. In a minute. We have 30 people in here. Another thing I wanted to say is if y'all are funded already, go ahead and print your certificate, download it, print it, use it as your screensaver. I have it here up on my wall right next to a profitable trader's manuscript, which is something I read every morning and every chance I take a glance at it. It's a reminder. It's to brainwash you, to remember, to remind you of why we're doing this, of what we need to do. All those subtle reminders, the books you get, the books you read, the videos you watch, the people you follow, all that stacks up into your trading. You need to program your reality. It's that saying, fake it till you make it type shit. It works. That's all I'm gonna say. It works. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna end the stream on Instagram. Send it. All right. Let's get fucking started, bro. All right, let's go. All right. So, one more time. Need to pull this up. You have this in the description as well. I am not a financial advisor, bro. Please, please thread at your own risk. Do not full port. Do not over risk more than you can lose. Please be careful. We're not here to gamble. All right, we want to do this professionally. We want to take this seriously because that's the least we could do, right? All right, it's in the description as well. Please, please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. All right. Let's get started, bro. So coming into the charts, you first want to mark out your kill zones, previous sessions, highs and lows. You have London down here. You want to do this on NQ and DS. This is what I do every morning. NQ and ES. We mark them out. We have SMTs at this high. I mean, market still doesn't open. We have SMT right here. Which is a previous day high. Still doesn't get taken. We want to mark out this external as well. Let's mark out this. This is London low. No, let's just have this as external. And then we have external up here as well. Marking ES as well with the same zones. Super important. If y'all have any questions, bro, just air them out. Air them out. I'll try to respond as best I can. You can type them in the chat. We mark out our zones. Okay, yep. We have this low over here. There you go. All right, so another reminder, we only trade inside of the macros. So you have the time right here, the bottom left of your screen. We're waiting for 9:45 to take our first trades. We're not going to trade market open. We wait 15 minutes after market open to take a trade. So there's still some time. But yeah, bro. What's another thing? At 9:35, 9:40, we start establishing our bias. For now, we just mark out our zones and we go from there. We go for their tapping the 4-hour FVG right now. We're gonna wait, Joey. We're gonna wait for 9:40 to establish our bias, bro. Market still doesn't even open. We're gonna wait. We are going to wait. The Insta's been blowing up. New kid on the block. Bro, the engagement I'm getting is just fucking insane, bro. Like, the algorithm's loving me right now. I don't know what it is, but shit's getting crazy and it's only gonna get crazier. But right now we wait for market open. We look to take trades 15 minutes after market opens. Expecting a lot of volatility at market open 9:30. Let's check the news. We have low impact news today. Trump speaking in the PM. Um, we should expect movement at the 10 a.m. candle open. Even though it's low impact news, there's still going to be movement for sure. So just keep that in mind. Previous day low. Yes, sir. That's our external target. We have all the zones marked out. We have SMTs at the highs. Just some things to keep in mind. So, how many minis would risk on a funded? On a funded, I wouldn't risk minis, bro. On an eval, I wouldn't risk minis either. So I wouldn't risk in contracts. I would risk in money. So depending on where your stop loss is how much I would risk. So I always like to pull out. Let me see. I always like to pull out this guide that I uploaded. It's day 17. Y'all can check it out, but I'm gonna put it here. If you go on day 17 on my Instagram page, you can see my risk management guide. But I'm gonna bring it up here. This is what I would do. On an eval, I would risk around $500. Does it like you could see the contracts depend on where my stop loss is placed. That's how you should go about where you put your stop loss, bro. I mean, how much you risk. You shouldn't have a fixed contract size. Do you still trade forever model or just unicorn? Um, I mean, yeah, I just trade unicorn, but the price action and understanding is definitely still like forever model type. Like I'm still looking for a higher time frame PD array, liquidity sweep, SMTs at the liquidity sweep, a displacement, and ideally a unicorn entry. Handles are points, yeah. Yeah, look, let me put my stop. My look, let's say we want to short right here. You can see it's 19 points, 20 points right there at the highs. All right, so going back to the guide, 20 points, I would open 11 micros. I would open 11 and target for at least a 2-to-1. It's perfect for these lows. We're not taking this trade, by the way. Nobody take this trade. I see an yes, sir. There's an SMT. I mean, we could wait and see for market open. Usually, maybe that SMT gets invalidated in market open. You have another minute. So I do still like kind of trade the forever model. It's because, like, for example, the unicorn, you can't just trade every unicorn you see, you know, like, because that would be pattern trading. You do want to stack it with a liquidity, with SMTs. Like, there's definitely needs to be more context, and that context that I get is from the forever model, for sure. Is something I always keep in mind, and it helps to read the price action. 100%, brother. 10 seconds for market open, expecting some volatility. First day 1 viewer. Yesterday 25 viewers. Today 44 and growing, bro. Yup. This shit's only gonna get crazier. It's only gonna get crazier. Go ahead and ask any questions y'all got. I'll try to respond as best I can. What's the forever model? The forever model, if you know ICT, is basically the 2022 mentorship where, uh, for example, it's a higher time frame PD array. Right here, when we're in a 4-hour fair value gap. You want to see a liquidity sweep inside of the 4-hour fair value gap, which we got, and you want to see a displacement to the downside. That's basically the forever model, and an entry model, which could be an IFVG, an FVG tap, CRT, unicorn. Just find a change in the state of delivery that could take you to the opposing draw on liquidity. That's the forever model, which I learned from Justin Werling. He's a great YouTuber. Let me pull him up because he's definitely someone that helped me with my understanding and price action. This guy right here. You could go ahead and follow him for sure. He has some good ass content. I don't trade his strategy anymore, but definitely gave me an understanding. What time do you trade? So I only trade in macro times. Let's type them down. I'm gonna put them right here. Macros. These are the times I trade, bro. Strictly. These are the 30-minute windows that I trade. That I look for unicorns in these 30-minute windows. I trade the unicorn inside of the macros. That's my model. Unicorn inside of the macro. For anybody that just joined, there's a disclaimer in the description. I just saw my boy Ghost there, so I'm gonna remind you all. There's a disclaimer in the description. Disclaimer on screen right now. I'm not a financial advisor. Tread carefully under your own risk. Alright, just reminding you all. The macros, there's also another website that I also uploaded on one of my videos. I think it was day 22 or something. ICT index. If you type macro times, takes a while. Put it right now. Let's look at what price is doing. And you get an answer right here. Look. Macro times refer to specific intervals during trading session, blah, blah, blah. Pay attention to specific times. You could go ahead and read it. And it also gives you like, you click it and it shows you a video where he talks about it.
It's got to move and show real displacement. So I want to see it.
ICTindex.io is the website. But we're strictly trading the unicorn inside of the macros. 30-minute window. So what happens inside of the macro is it's 15 minutes before a new hourly candle opens. And in the hourly candles, if you understand power of 3, they look at this bottom wick right here, for example, in this hourly candle. So price comes, sweeps this liquidity down here, sweeps liquidity, it manipulates into selling pressure, and then it reverses. So we want to catch the unicorn at the bottom of this wick. You fuck with orb method? I've heard of it, but I haven't really looked into it, if I'm being honest. I know a famous TikToker, uh trading influencer that trades it, and he's very profitable. Like I said, bro, like pick a strategy, bro. Every strategy works. I'm not even lying. Every single strategy works. What changes is your psychology and the risk management. That's what changes. Pick a strategy, bro. IFVGs, FVG taps, unicorn, orb, supply and demand, support and resistance, trend lines, indicators, VWAP, bro, whatever, bro. Just pick one thing. That's not the hard part. The hard part is not clicking the button. The hard part is the discipline. It's waiting, following the rules. That's the hard part. Not reading the price action. There's definitely a learning curve to it, but once you overcome that learning curve, there's still a whole valley to learn, you know? And it's learning about yourself, your mental. So we have external swept, 9:35. Gonna wait 5 more minutes to establish our bias. You want to see what happens. We have massive, massive bearish SMT. Why, bro? Daily maximum loss limit didn't stop at 2000 buffer. Um, whenever you build a $2,000 buffer, everything you like it stops right there. Like you don't have to everything you build on top, you're good to lose type shit. If that makes sense. Like a my unicorn with higher time frame PDA, but your risk management on how many contracts to enter helped me. That's good, brother. I'm glad I helped in some way. That's something that um a learning curve that I had to overcome as well. I was like, bro, all right, I know how to read price action. I thought I knew, but I thought I knew how to read price action, but it was like, all right, now how much should I risk? How many contracts should I open? And I would always trade like, oh, I'm always gonna open 5 contracts, 3 contracts. What would happen was I would always have different results, you know, different losses or different wins, and there was too much variability. You need to have a fixed risk always, always, and you should always aim for a minimum of a 2 to 1 always. So you have fixed results. It's much more easier to track and journal. How do you determine your bias? We're gonna go over it right here in 3 minutes. You're gonna see how we determine our bias. Determining a bias, I do I do so more on the naked eye. Like I'm still gonna go the technical way over with you guys, but I never marry a bias. If I'm bearish for the day, I'm not only strictly looking for shorts because if you all understand the market maker model, it's sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve, and there's always retracements. So like we're trying to scalp short pointage, you know, we're not trying to take the whole move, but we're gonna determine our bias right now in 2 minutes. I was just saying my story too. Just put that to one, and it worked well. Yes, sir. Like I said, it's all risk management. That's it. What it comes down to, bro. Risk management and psychology. The strategy is simple. The simpler your strategy, the better. The dumber, the better. The less confluences, the better. The strategy isn't the problem. It's the psychology and the risk management that people struggle with the most. Not having the patience. And it's something I've struggled with too, but ever since I started recording myself and live streaming and helping other people, I've just become much more disciplined and it's much more easier for me to hold the trigger, you know, because I wouldn't want to like be gambling on stream, you know, and teaching nonsense. Like I'm genuinely interested in making an impact on you all and wanting to help, you know. Is the time on the bottom left from Top Step or is it nah, it's the stream. I added it. It's a little overlay I added. But it's on sync. Let me check. Yeah, it's off by a couple seconds, but it's on sync. 2 seconds off, probably. One more minute to establish our bias. We're pumping. How can you make those lines on the charts? Right here on the left, brother. Horizontal ray. That's what I use. Yo, 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 what's up? What's up, Pooh? For Pooh. All right, let's establish our bias. Let's go over how we do it. So we check the daily, we check the 4 hour, we check the 1 hour, we check the 15 minute, and we check the 5 minute. Macro's about to start. We start from the daily. Let's look at the daily. What's the daily doing? We base our bias based on imbalances. So right here we're trading inside of a bearish imbalance. Even though, wait, has this been inversed? It hasn't been inversed. So even though this candle is trading above for now, the imbalance, the candle still doesn't close. So it could wick and go down. So we're gonna treat this as if it's gonna respect the imbalance. So on the daily, we're bearish. All right. Then we go down to the 4 hour and we do the same thing. 4 hour PD array. We already went over that. It's bearish. Just like that, I feel like I don't even need to go lower because I'm bearish in the higher time frame. But let's go lower anyway. On the 1 hour, same thing. We're trading inside of this uh bearish right here, all the way over here. And even though it's inversing right now, we assume it's going to get respected. All right. Something to keep in mind. So we're bearish. It's already 3 out of the 5, so we're bearish for the day. That's how we establish our bias. We do a top-down analysis. We mark out our on daily I'm bearish, 4 hour I'm bearish, 1 hour I'm bearish. Sometimes it's gonna be a daily bearish, 4 hour bullish, 1 hour bullish, 15-minute bearish, like, and then you decide your bias based on which one has the most. And if it's like even, because you could be neutral on any of the time frames, you could just be neutral for the day. It's just something to give you an idea. But I don't ever marry a bias. Like I don't stick with it, but it's just something to keep in mind. And every macro, we redo our bias. So let's say right now in this macro, we don't take a trade. In the next macro at 10:40, we redo the bias. All right, we're getting close to the macro. We have massive, massive SMTs at the highs. And when I say massive, I say massive. Nasdaq already swept 2 liquidity pools, while ES still doesn't even take the first one, which is this one that created that first SMT. ES is the leading pair. ES will always, NQ will always follow ES. On breaker block and mitigation block, do you mark just the body, or it doesn't matter, bro? I do the body because sometimes the candle it gets too hectic, but I count the candles as well. I mean the wicks as well, but I just do the body just for it seems more clean, but it doesn't really matter, bro. Mm, I just broke the high, sweeping buy side liquidity. How are you bearish in the 1 hour, bro? Explain. In the 1 hour, we just had a buy side liquidity sweep. We have London low untapped right here, so I expect the external liquidity sweep and then a bearish displacement into London low. We're trading inside of a 1 hour PD array on the left here. That's why I'm bearish because we have untapped liquidity pools at the lows here. But I'm not gonna short whatever. I need some confirmation because this could easily keep pumping. But until I see confirmation to enter, I'll enter. 60 people, nice. Holy, I didn't even notice. 65. Sheesh. The two guy coffee came back to live stream on macro. There are so many people here today. Congratulations on. Thank you, brother. Rodrigo, my guy. Been here since day one. Yes, sir. We've come a long way, but it's just starting. It's just the beginning. I'm not phased. I'm not gonna lie. We just starting, bro. We're just starting. So the macro just started. New 15-minute candle open. We're watching carefully. We have massive, massive SMT, bearish SMT at the highs. Um, we have this order block right here. And we're watching. It's macro time. I'm gonna start recording just in case. Not financial advice, guys. Remember, thread carefully. Ideally, I would like to see a short setup. I'm looking for first FVG tap. We're watching. So we're getting a beautiful displacement to the downside. We're watching. Patience. So right here, you can see it's inversing this mitigation block on the left. We want to see it leave a gap. Do you stream de- Do you have stream delay? Nah, I don't think I do. I shouldn't. How is that a mitigation block? Can you please explain? It's a mitigation block because this order block, you'd see it's an order block. If we're bullish, like if we're meant to push higher, this order block was supposed to push price higher, but since it got inversed, it made it a mitigation block, this order block right here. If it swept liquidity, if it swept this high, it would have been a breaker block right there. But since it didn't, it's a mitigation. And right here, we didn't get a gap, so we're not going to enter a trade for now. We're watching still. There's no trade for me yet. Just gonna look at the 30-second just because I'm curious. Yeah, there's nothing at 30-second either. No clear direction yet. We wait. Mm, it's stay for me for like 7 seconds, like 10 seconds. I don't know how to take the delay off. Isn't the macro timing from 9:50? Yes, sir, it is. But I give myself 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after for wiggle room. I guide myself with the 15-minute candles. But you're right for sure. Usually in the macros, what you get is price seeking liquidity, and you want to get the move before it goes to seek the liquidity. Do you use volume profile? Nah. I mean, I check the volume here at the left just to see like how big the candles, and depending on that, like you could see this fair value gap is a very important high volume FEG, and it's something I keep in mind and I like to look at minimally, but it's not really something I base my trades off. But I've been looking into a lot of Bookmap, and it's quite interesting. The DOM and everything. It's definitely a good confluence to add as well if you're trading ICT. But at the end, I feel like it's just like more noise to the charts. But I know a lot of people. There's a girl trader, Esme Trades, if y'all know her. She's cool as fuck, and she's a hell of a trader. I base it off her patience, bro, and discipline, not on her strategy. She's a hell of a trader, bro. I respect her for that. And she's a fellow streamer as well. So the main thing with this trading thing is patience, bro. Discipline and patience. Holding, not clicking the button, bro. That's the thing that sets you apart from that 90%. There's a lot of people here, so let me go ahead and push the word. If you're a beginner or intermediate or advanced and you haven't read this book, you need to read this book. This book is a must, bro. Find this guy on YouTube. He has hella conferences, bro. He's helped me tremendously with the mental. If you're funded, if you if you're funded, go ahead and download your certificate. I have it here on my wall. Remind yourself. You need to remind yourself on the daily of that higher power mission. I also have a profitable trader's manuscript. I'm gonna read the first line. The first line of the manuscript, it says, I am a professional trader. I move with purpose, not emotion. My job is not to predict. My job is to react with discipline. The second line, it says, the market is not my enemy. It's a mirror reflecting my patience, my greed, and my control. When I'm calm, the market rewards me with clarity. When I chase, the market punishes me with chaos. Listen to that again. When I chase, the market punishes me with chaos. How many of us have not entered a trade, oversized, over leveraged, and immediately as soon as we click the button, we're already anxious. We're already fucking nervous and holy like you want to close the trade immediately and like you're moving your stop loss and take profit and it's chaos, bro. Where you get that manuscript from? I could send it to y'all. I think I still have the text, but I have it here printed. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 verses. I printed it, put it on my wall. I'm gonna send it to y'all for sure. I'm gonna add it on the Discord. It's these daily reminders, bro, that you need to keep telling yourself over and over and over again until you brainwash yourself until it becomes a reality. The people you follow, the people you watch, who do you take as a mentor, the books you read, um, the videos you consume, uh, everything, bro. What's your Discord? I'm gonna put a link. This is my Discord right here. Invite to server, copy. Feel free to join. Please keep it civil. Please use the chat as intended. But y'all could join up. I have all the books I recommend in there. All right, let's see. What are we looking at? Okay, we have another order block right here. Still macro time. We have this mitigation block right here. Let's mark it out. We want to see this leave a gap. We're looking for the trade on the 2-minute. I'm looking at ES closely as well. I'm watching. I'm gonna send it on the Discord for sure. No gap yet. You'll be open to explaining an order block? For sure, bro. Order block, super simple, brother. An order block, for example, a bullish order block is a bearish candle, like right here. This is an order block right here. A bearish candle that engulfs a bullish, that's engulfed by a bullish candle. Fuck. Amazing. My bad. So this is a bullish order block right here. So to my fellow people that trade supply and demand, it's basically order blocks what they mark out. They usually supply and demand peeps. Even ICT considers, for example, this an order block. right here, the last candle that made an imbalance. Look at all the movement. This is considered as your supply demand, as your demand zone. So people place their limit orders right here for longs, and they do this. So it's like if the intended movement of price is bullish, where do you think buyers want to buy? If you like institution wise, do you think they want to buy up here? Nah, bro. Price is better here on a discount. They buy down here to keep pushing the price forward. So that's an order block. I don't consider this an order block. I'm gonna stick my way where a bearish candle engulfed by a bullish candle is what I mark out as an order block. And the same is the opposite. Let me find a bearish order block here. You can see this bullish candle engulfed by a bearish. This is an order block. Since it fails, it's a mitigation block, but nonetheless, this is an order block. Why aren't you using the 1 minute? I use the 1 minute, the 2 minute. I'm watching. There's nothing on the 1 minute. Even though it left the gap here, there's no order block that it. There's no order block. There's no trade yet. I check 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. I check ES as well. There's nothing on ES either. There's still 3 macros to go, guys. This macro just started. We're not gonna. If there's nothing, if I'm not confident in the trade, I'm not gonna trade it. I'm not gonna take it. There's still so many macros to go. I need to see the unicorn clear as day, bro. Isn't there a breaker block on the 1 minute? Nah, bro. Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like if this was a order block, which is not. Let me. If this was an order block, yeah, this would have been the trade, but there's nothing. Can you explain why there isn't a unicorn on a 1 minute, please? Because there's no order block, bro. No order block. So there's no trade for me. This could easily be like a liquidity sweep right here for it to push higher. Why that 1 minute candle is not an order block? Because this bearish candle is not engulfed by the next bullish candle. This bullish candle has to like the body of the bullish candle has to close on top of this bearish candle, so it's not an order block. So there's no trade, and you can see it's failing. It's not playing out. This, however, this is an order block. This is something I'm gonna be looking at. I want to see this get inversed. So we're watching. Would that be an OB on 3 minute? Let me see. Oh boy. Yep, there's an order block here on there's a bullish order block on 3 minute right here. I mean a bearish. If this gets inversed, we might look to continue long. Do we have more external? Let me see. We do have these equal highs right here. We have this small gap, but it's still a gap regardless. So there's still reasons to continue bullish. We're watching though. We're just consolidating. We're going side by side. There's no rush to take a trades. There's absolutely no rush. This is just the first macro of 3. We still have 3 windows to take trades. I'm not gonna rush into a trade if I'm not confident. I'd rather see a bearish trade than a bullish. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna marry a bias. We're just watching right now, bros. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. It's all patience. It's all Holding, not clicking nothing, just observing, bro. We just want to take a small scalp, bro. We don't want to take the whole move. We want to be 100% certain of our trade. We're not going to rush into a trade. We're not looking for dopamine, bro. All right, let's read another line. Look, the third line. This is what it says. It says, I don't need to trade often. I need to trade precisely. Every setup I take must earn its place. I trade quality, not quantity. I wait for alignment, not excitement. I wait for alignment, not excitement, bro. I'm not looking to get my dopamine and making money. Like we wait, bro. We wait patiently. So there might be a breaker block forming. This is actually a breaker block, and it's leaving a gap. This is the unicorn right here. If it closes in 2 minutes, this is the unicorn right there with a breaker block. Yep, it's a unicorn. We're tapping inside of a 4 hour gap. There's a bullish unicorn right now. Can you live stream on Discord? Maybe in the future, bro. For now, I'm gonna stick to YouTube. So if it makes unicorn, you take the long. Maybe I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna set a limit order. I might do a market if the trade plays, but like I said, price is already too much in a premium. I wouldn't like to look for longs since we have so much bearish SMTs as well. But I'm not gonna discard it. I might do like a market if the play makes sense. We also have this massive breaker right here. So we're watching. We're watching for now. There's another thing called discretion, trader's discretion. Something you need to build as well, like a muscle. But we're watching, like I said, I wouldn't be too happy or too keen on taking longs, even though yeah, it's bullish trend, whatever. I'm not comfortable with those continuation trades. But we'll see what the market. If, for example, on the 3 minute, we have that beautiful unicorn. If price comes, taps and wicks, I might look for a trade. But if it taps and I don't know, bro, I need a. Why is that a breaker block? I didn't get it because it's a bearish order block. Bearish order block, right here. Price should have kept pushing lower because it's a bearish order block. But since price swept liquidity and it just inversed immediately, it makes it a breaker block. BB. But we're watching. Where's the liquidity sweep? I don't see it. Look, right here. It's super minor, but right here. If you go like in the 30 seconds, probably going to be more clear. Look, right there's the liquidity sweep. Comes, sweeps liquidity, and then inverses. So this is like a smart money grab right there. Price manipulates, wants to continue to push higher. First, it sweeps the liquidity to continue pushing inside of the 4 hour. So right now we're just watching. I mean, there's a 2 minute unicorn as well, which I'm not gonna take. What are your thoughts on A plus setups? I think they're very real, and I think we could take only A plus setups. That's what I'm trying to do. I wouldn't be too keen on taking, for example, I could take a long here. This is a long right there right now because there's a 2 minute breaker and there's a 2 minute gap. There's a long right here. I'm not gonna take it though, but this is a long in itself for sure. Targeting a 2 to 1 right there. I mean, it looks good. Mm. Our bias was bearish for the day too, so I'm not gonna force it. If I'm thinking about it, I'm not gonna take it. I'd rather just hold off for a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Wait for the next macro. We already had a big pump. Not too confident on the setup. Yes, seems like it wants to push. I don't want to chase the trade though. So we're not gonna take it because we're not confident in the setup. If you're already thinking about it, if you're not too sure, don't take it. And that's that feeling I'm getting right now. So I'm not gonna take it. And if it plays out, it's all right. It's just more confirmation for me that the unicorn works. And if it doesn't play out, that's all right as well because we're not in the trade. How do you trade in 150k account with 20% consistency? Why didn't you take it? Because of the premium? Yeah, because my higher time frame bias was bearish. I'm not too comfortable in taking more of a dump. More so that we have bearish SMT with ES. There's still like a lot of reasons to go bearish, even though we're pumping. I'm not too comfortable in taking longs in the premium, so I rather just I'm not too confident in it. It's just what it is, you know. It's that discretion. I'm not gonna trade every unicorn I see, but I'd rather just be sidelined here for now and take my chances at another macro. Because there's something called price exhaustion. Like even though it wants to continue push bullish, I want to see some type of retracements or something. Just came in a 1 hour bearish. Yep, there's a lot of bearish PD arrays. There's equal highs up here, which could be a target. So there's still reasons to continue bullish, right? But like I said, I'm not too comfortable in taking longs when we're overextended like this. Stream full proud moment. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ghost, my guy. We have a lot of people on the stream. Definitely came a long way, but it's still crazy to me that I'm just getting started, bro. Like it's just like 2026 is gonna be crazy for real, bro. For real. Like y'all are buying 2008 Bitcoin. I'm not even lying. And I think y'all know that. We dig your discipline. I appreciate you, brother. It's what it takes, you know, to if you want to make money in trading, it's what it takes, bro. Let me just remark out the trade idea that we had. Targeting those equal highs. Right there, we probably would have adjusted right there to right there. Still a long way to go. It's a big heavy move, 80 points. Like I said, we have massive bearish SMT with ES. If it works, it works. Bro, this is just the start. Trading and content creation. We the day ones for real, for sure, brother. I've considered it adding order flow data. Yeah, I've considered it for sure. I've studied it actually. I've studied it a lot, if I'm being real. But I've been held back by the fact that I think it's just more noise. But I'm very keen into thinking it works for sure. It's a great confluence. But yeah, it definitely works. Order flow definitely works. There's this girl I highly recommend y'all watch, Esme trades. She trades order flow volume profile, delta, all that shit. And she's highly, highly profitable. And I admire her as a trader because of her discipline, bro. That's the thing that sets apart the good traders, the discipline and the patience is what differentiates the 90% and the 10% or the 1%, whatever. But then to remind me of that trauma. Should I bought Bitcoin in 2008? Bro, for real, bro. Unreal. I don't know what I was thinking. Fucking using my crayons and shit. I should have been buying Bitcoin, bro. Reply to my question. I did, brother. 150K with 20% uh win rate, 20% consistency. Shit, bro. You should probably look to risk, depending on what your drawdown is, but you're probably looking to risk if it's an evaluation. You want to risk between 1K to 1.5K per trade. All right, wait, we're getting an inversion right here. We're still in the macro. Um, our nearest. Wait, let me delete all this noise. We're still in the macro. Our nearest order block is this. I'm looking at ES closely. ES has a beautiful. Damn, I can't even tell what type of candle that is. I feel like ES has a beautiful unicorn printing right now. I'm watching. I'm watching real closely. We're tapping this bullish order block. ES tapped into the unicorn. I can't even tell what type of candle that is. We did get our shift in market structure. Take the trade based off ES or no?
Order filled.
I'm gonna get in this trade based off of ES. Still inside the macro. We had a change in the state in ES with a breakaway gap. With a mitigation. I'm watching. Oh boy. We're gonna respect our stop loss. And we're just gonna let it play out. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. And we wait for the next macro to look for a trade. But I'm watching real close. Gotta hold the trigger. We're watching. We're watching. We're adjusting our stop loss when we sweep these lows. If we sweep them, we're back at our entry. We're getting ready to adjust. Once we sweep those lows, we minimize our risk to this high. We're doing break even once we sweep this high. If we sweep it, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out, and we move on to the next macro. But we're gonna respect our zones. We're watching. We want that low to get swept. We're watching. We want that low to get swept in order for us to move to break even. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out and we move to the next macro. But we're gonna respect our zones. We're gonna follow our rules. We're waiting. Want to see that low get swept? If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. And we look for a trade in the next macro. But we're gonna respect our stop loss. And we're gonna respect our zones. Because we're following a plan. If we get stopped, we get stopped. We're back in drawdown. And we're most likely gonna get stopped here. But we're gonna respect it. Hmm. It's resisting. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. We look for a trade in the next macro. We're gonna respect our zones, our stop loss. We're not gonna close early. Watching closely.
Order filled.
And we're out. We're out of the trade. Took our first L. GG's. Let's look at ES to see what I was seeing on ES. What I saw in ES, we have. Wait, let me go on the 1 minute because I was looking at the 1 minute. We have this mitigation block right here. We have this breakaway gap right here. We had a volume imbalance with a strong move to the downside, making the market structure shift right here. I entered on this tap. And this was the trade basically. We took it based on NQ, following NQ, targeting a 2-to-1. In hindsight, just looking back, I could have waited for the next macro, but we're gonna journal it. GG, it happens, part of the game, no problem, no problem. We followed the system, all good. 100% win rate, yeah. We took a minor loss. It is what it is. I mean, sometimes this happens too, where you just get swept and then it goes. Hopefully it doesn't matter though. We have 15 more minutes for the next macro. We're gonna look for trades in the next macro, but it is what it is. We follow the plan. We follow the plan, boys. Let's journal it. Let's journal the trade. Who's around here? As a matter of fact, let me turn on my executions. You best believe this is gonna be in the video. 626. Because this 100% win rate bullshit, it was just too crazy. Right there was our trade. We were targeting about right there. Well, it was a little bit more, about right there. And we got stopped out right here. Good. Damn, look at you. No P. Seems like it. Well done. It is what it is. Let's journal it. Let's go up next macro. Good L. Why not stop loss at the top? We did have our stop loss at the top right there. We did have a stop loss here. Since we swept this minor sell side liquidity, internal sell side liquidity, I was forced to move here down here based on the strat, because in the efficient price action, price shouldn't come back and take us out, because this makes it a protected low up here. And you can see price flushing now. You love it. Loki should have held. Nah, we were following our plan, bro. And that's take profit right there. It is what it is, boys. Let's journal it. It's part of the game. Anything could happen, bro, in trading. Anything could happen. We can't be right all the time. It is what it is, boys. We took a minor loss. Not even too mad, bro. Like, we're chilling. Definitely more confirmation that it works. But this is something I wanna push in here, is following the plan, bro. Anything could happen. Let's journal the trade together. Y'all should have the same journal as me. Well, with a little difference, but still it's the same journal. Let's journal it together. Alright, so the date 12/02. It's a Tuesday. We had yellow news. We were bearish for the day. First macro, we took a short. There was SMT at the highs. We were risking, how much did we lose? We were risking about 250 on the trade, and we ended up losing 183. Paste the trade. Let's type it out. Took the trade. Unicorn aligned with our bias, which did playing beautifully, but we got stopped out for trailing. And we took our first L, bro. And it's journaled. And it is what it is. Look at that beautiful tap right there. Beautiful, beautiful trade. I think your stop loss should have been at the top. Full TP on the trade. People say should have held. Yeah, nah, we're good, bro. If y'all kept the stop loss, congrats. The trade played out beautifully in the end. It's part of it. It's part of it, boys. We're gonna wait for the next macro. Another 15 minutes. ES just ended up dumping as well. It is what it is. More confirmation to the strat, to our bias. It's just more brainwash that this shit works, and it's just a loss is a loss. Just goes to show that this works. Just goes to show. I'm gonna go ahead and get some coffee. Please stick around. We're gonna look for trades in the following macros. If y'all have any questions, please type them out. All right, BRB boys. Woo! Isn't your no trade rule no trade after one loss? Nah, after one win, we're done. If we take a loss, we're allowed to take one more trade. Damn. The trade ended up playing out beautifully. We just held our stop loss up here. But I mean, there was still like a lot of confirmations this could have flipped bullish and continue to sweep highs, making higher highs. Um, Good read nonetheless. Looking at ES with a market structure shift, unicorn. It's just when we inverse the order blocks is where I feel a price is more likely to flip. Let's redo our bias. We're still trading inside that bullish in the 4 hour, in the daily. The 4 hour we inversed. We're trading inside of a bearish. There's still higher highs here. Bearish in the 1 hour, 15-minute, looking bullish. I mean, we have this bullish block right here. Oh, let me get it right there. In the 2-minute, we swept liquidity. It's looking to inverse. We want to see this breakaway gap hold. The macro's just about to start. Those higher highs look juicy. We took a small L here on the shorts, which ended up playing out. Not too mad about it. It is what it is. It's going to be in the video for sure. Just more confirmation that this works. Let's see if we have a gap here. It's going to be a wide stop to the equal highs. Let's see where it leaves the gap. But it looks good to me. We have liquidity sweep. We have a breaker block right here. We have the breakaway gap. Looks good to me. Our stop loss is going to be below this order block, targeting those equal highs. And this is not me rushing into a trade, by the way. This is like just a unicorn, you know? We have 59 seconds. We're watching. Let's place a limit order. I'm going to place it halfway just in case. 25593.25. 255 need. How many points? Stop loss? 50 points. So we're probably going to do about 3 contracts right there. 3 contracts. $18 seconds. We have our limit set. See what happens. See if we get tapped. We don't want to see it sweep this highs before we get tapped. those highs get swept, we're not going to enter the trade. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We have our breaker block right here. We have a liquidity sweep. We have a breakaway gap. We have equal highs right there marked out. I'm willing to take this risk, assuming this trade plays out or we get tapped. I assume we are going to get tapped because you could see this candle left no bottom wick. I expect it to come fill that bottom wick. Let's see what happens. We're watching. We might not even get tapped, and that's all right. So this is a setup because we have a breaker block right there. We have a liquidity sweep. We have equal highs at the top. We have a bullish trend. We're gonna move our entry point to here. See if we get tapped. Let's see if we get tapped. Seeing delta divergence. See what happens. Macro just started. We're waiting. This is gonna be our last trade if we get tapped. How many points stop loss NTP? It's around a 40-point stop loss. Just about. We're probably not gonna get tapped into the trade. We're waiting. We need to let go of that previous entry, that previous trade. It is what it is. Every trade is unique. Every trade is different. It doesn't affect us. We stay following the plan, following the rules. For every beginner in here, intermediate, you need to read this book. 10 out of 10. Let's see. See if it leaves another gap. We follow the plan. This is a long-term shit. We were having a good win rate, 100%, but we're in here for the long run, bro. I just ordered the book through Amazon. Let's fucking go. Best decision you've ever made. Let's see. Let's adjust our trade to here with the low here, making it a 20 point, just about. You put it below here, 27 points. This is a 5 contract trade. See if we get tapped. Let's see if we get tapped. Price is just pumping. Definitely those equal highs right there. Oof, look at those juicy equal highs. Feel like it's already too deep within the range. We still have those equal highs in mind. We could adjust to here, perhaps, assuming we're gonna continue to pump. Could remain with our 30, targeting these highs. On what do you base your entry? On the unicorn? Let's see. Oh, we missed by a tick. Oh, we got missed by a tick. That's not good. We got missed by a tick.
Order filled.
We got filled. Let's see what happens. We're in the trade. Targeting this high right here. Strong draw towards those equal highs. Want to see ES take the high as well. On efficient price action, I want to see the flush. This is our last trade of the day. We're going to respect our zones. When we take this high right here, we're going to adjust our stop loss to below this gap. If we take it, anything could happen. We could just get stopped out immediately. After limit triggered, automatically TP and stop loss. How to do it? It's setting and top step. I'll show it right now after the trade. Nah, it's just the drawn liquidity is so, for me, it's so strong, those equal highs. ES is pumping as well. There's external liquidity for ES to take. But we wait. It's just anything could happen, you know? Anything could happen. It could go either way. But we want to see efficient price action. We want to see it flush towards that buy side, towards those equal highs specifically. We did have a liquidity sweep, but we're expecting the higher higher to form. It's probably going to be a long hold, but we're watching. Again, if we take this high, we're going to adjust our risk to below this gap right here, minimizing our risk on the trade. But we're going to respect our zones. We're not going to touch the trade until that high gets hit or until our stop loss gets hit. We assume the risk. We accept the risk. It is what it is. If we get stopped, we get stopped. It's part of it. You assume the risk with every trade. It could go both ways. We got to detach from the P&L. If we take a loss, we take a loss and we move on to tomorrow. This is a long haul shit. We're in it for the long run. We're looking to take good setups. We're not looking to make money, bro. We're not looking at our P&L. I'm always risking the same amount, so I'm detached from that. We assume the risk. Learning a lot from you, bro. I'm glad you're a fan, brother. I know exactly who you are, bruh. And I'm still waiting on you, motherfucker. Don't think you're saved, brother. You still owe me a lot of shit. But I digress. We're waiting. If we get stopped, we get stopped. It is what it is. It's part of it. We assume the risk. Last trade of the day. Losses are part of trading. They're inevitable. With a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, you need to be right 34% of the time. Imagine that. So you want to be closer to 40%, obviously, but 34% is your break even on a 2-to-1. So if you're strictly taking 2-to-1s with the same risk, you need to be right. Out of 10 times, you need to be right 4 times, bro. Losses are inevitable. They're bound to happen. You need to accept it, you know? You can't make money off every trade. You can't win off every trade. It's impossible, bro. We're gamblers at the end of the day. We need to treat gambling like, for example, when you go play blackjack, we need to be the house, bro. We need to stack the odds in our favor. We're bound to lose. The house is bound to lose, but over the large net of data of gamblers playing blackjack, the house always wins. At the end of the year, it always wins, bro. Big volume coming in. We're gonna get stopped out quickly.
Order filled.
And we got stopped out. Just like that. Did it even hit TP? I mean, stop loss? I don't even fucking see it hit stop loss, but we got stopped out real quick. And that's it. I'm gonna lock out. We're done for the day. Let's journal it. We had an unfortunate first trade. We were gonna take the second trade regardless. We had a liquidity sweep. We had our breaker block. We're gonna trail our entry towards the following breakaway gap because in efficient price action, we don't want to see price come back to any of these zones. I mean, we got one ticked right there. Let me take hold up. But we took our loss. We took our loss and we're done for the day. Still want to stick around to see this trade play out. I'm highly bullish on those equal highs. We got stop hunted bad. Like, we got one ticked right there. Look, I think Top Step got a word of my stream. I'll show you the settings right now in a bit. Give me a second. We got absolutely one ticked. 500 we made yesterday is gone. I am just on the trade. We made 600 yesterday. So between yesterday and today, I'm up like 180 bucks. Just about. It is what it is. It's part of it, part of the game. We on that live. My boy Servy, what's up? Market makers are fucking with us. For real, bro. Yeah, we're still up from yesterday. It's good. Balance is that do you still so you still have like 250, 250 of drawdown, 1,250? You're still good, brother. Just follow your plan, bro. It's because that's the thing, bro. Like losses are inevitable, you know. It's part of the game. We got two unfortunate trades. We got Judas swinged right here, and we got Judas swinged right here, bro. It's inevitable. The market's unpredictable. So okay, we've taken so far 6 trades. All right, and 4 trades were wins, 2 trades were losses. Losses. Let's see how much we're down. I wanna journal this right now. Let's journal it. Let's journal it real quick. I don't even know why my stop loss wasn't set properly. Kind of heated because of that, but it's all good, bro. It is what it is. Let's journal. Today's date 12/25. 212. It's a Tuesday, no? 12 to 25. Oh my god. 12 to 25. There you go. It's a Tuesday, yellow carpet news. Bullish for the macro. We took it on the second macro. We took a long, no SMTs at the lows. We were risking 300 and we lost 300. We lost 300. I can't see this. Let me see. So we lost 0.6 on that trade. Let's put the screenshot. And these are the stats. Let me show you all the stats. What the freak happened? I think I went too ham on the zoom in. There you go. These are the stats so far. We're up. We're up 3.5% on the account. We have a positive 5.6 RR. And we have a 66% win rate. It is what it is. Oh, look at that. Big dump. Definitely gonna go more in depth on the journal today. Go more profound on the trades, on the entries. Losses are part of the game. We're not gonna go crazy with it. We're just gonna move on, you know. Expect the real today. We're going to be back tomorrow. Obviously, we have. Let's look at the news. I don't want y'all to get bummed out, you know, because it's part of it. I hope y'all followed the plan as well. Assume the risk. We can win every day. We were in a 100% win rate. It was bound to happen. We have some good news. Tomorrow, I want to make a reminder that we need to be disciplined. We need to be patient. Losses are part of it, and that's it. That's all I could say, bro.
Order filled.
What the hell was that order filled? We're locked out. Let's look at the calendar. So we're still up from yesterday. We made almost 600 yesterday. We're up $100. And this is our from last week. One trade, two trades. Want to keep that discipline. We want to make this calendar very, very colorful, bro. We're not gonna give up. We're still on path for the plan. No rush, brothers, alright? I fucking love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We had peak streaming numbers today. I'm sorry we couldn't get the win. It is what it is. We got edged. I know some people won on this trade. So right here, if we took the W, we would have been out, done for the day, taking the W. I would have been on about my day. But it happens, it's part of it, and we just assume it. Alright. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. 42 concurrent viewers listening to what I have to say is honestly, it blows my mind. Top step settings, you're right, brother. Top step settings right here on the left. Automatically apply risk, profit bracket. I'm always risking 300 to make 600. You could watch my day 17. These, the handles, the contracts, what I'm risking. I'm gonna fund it, so I'm always risking about 300. So if my stop loss is 30 handles away, I'm opening 5 contracts and it automatically places them. Alright, so if y'all have any questions, ask on the Discord, DM me, comment on the videos. I'm gonna upload some long form YouTube, so stay tuned for that about the strategy. I'm gonna go more in depth, and Just anything y'all need, I'll just oblige. Whatever y'all need. I love y'all. Thank you. GG's, brothers. GG's, GG's. Any last questions? Any last words before I dip? Now is your time. Now is your time. If y'all have nothing to say, that's it for me. I love y'all, bro. For real, I'm super blessed. I'm gonna continue to grind, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. GG's.